Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Air Kitty. Alright, and I'm actually doing something a little bit different from what I usually do, I guess. So, there have been some online games that I've been holding off on simply because of the fact of I just haven't had time. I'm a busy gal, okay? I got a life of my own, believe it or not. So recently, my brother and I actually got back into doing Toontown Rewritten. We used to play the original Toontown when we were younger, and obviously we loved it. We begged, begged our mom to get us the subscription because obviously what we would usually do is we'd make up fake emails, and we would just keep doing the 3-day trial to keep playing to see how far we could get. Obviously, there were other online games that we loved, and as the years have gone on, and those games have kind of fallen into the void for some of them, as well as the fact of, they've just been abandoned in some ways. A lot of people that have, been with the community and stuff like that have brought it back. One such game was Virtual Magic Kingdom, aka just VMK. This was another online Disney game that Disney had produced. It was such a great game, though I will say that I don't know exactly what shut it down, but I wouldn't be surprised whatever the reason is. My guess is that it obviously was like the whole thing like online bullying and child napping, I'll say, or like, older adults kind of getting into, trying to find smaller children, stuff like that, get information out of them. Kind of usual stuff that you run into with MMOs. Hopefully that is not going to be the case with this version, though, called MyVMK. This is a free recreation of that game. I barely remember VMK as is. I can't remember all the mechanics. I remember, like, the starting of VMK when it first came out, and I remember some of the games, but I don't remember all of the updates after a certain point. So this is going to be kind of interesting for me. The plan for this video is I'm probably just going to do one video of this. I'm going to get in. I'm going to try and play all the games that I can. I'm going to try to just try all the little functionalities of the website and the game itself, and just go through the entire process from registration to obviously playing it and like getting all the little gameplay stuff recorded, and kind of see how much of it do I remember, as well as the fact of, is it actually faithful to the original, and with the additions, because obviously they've built off of this idea, they've expanded it, and they've added their own little features and, items like that obviously the original game didn't have, to see basically, do I like them? Do I not like them? Am I kind of getting into that like old person thing where like back in my day it was much better? Or am I gonna kind of hopefully evolve and been like, these are good additions possibly? So time will tell. But so I have the website up right now. And so the beginning of it obviously is just this, rotating image of, I'm going to assume some of the staff members that are part of this project. And the little description they give is, MyVMK is a free recreation of the classic Disney game Virtual Magic Kingdom, or VMK. You can play on just about anything you want, including phones and tablets. Use the buttons below to log in or create an account so you can play now. So that is one addition that I'm gonna like put as like a benefit of this, is that now you can play on your phone or your tablet, and I'm going to assume that's like you can play from wherever you're at. If I remember correctly with the original VMK, you did have to download the game in a sense, you had to download like the launcher that would then launch the game for you. You couldn't just play it from the browser itself. And that might be what they're referring to here, but I guess the first thing to do is register. I gotta register. Okay. So obviously this information I am not gonna show anybody. this is all gonna be my information. So you guys can see it when I'm done. When I hit register. Okay, so I'm all registered. I got back. It brought me back to the homepage of the website, and it says you have 250 credits available to spend. I'm gonna guess credits is like the in-game currency kind of stuff. So I have some of these other buttons as well, which is enter my VMK. We will get to that in just a moment. Settings, signing out, messages, and claim pins. Okay, so account settings, I can change things if I want to. I can get a new password. I think I can change my email. Change your settings, just fill out the box below and hit save. You don't have to enter something you don't want to change, but you always have to enter your current password. So I'm going to guess this is just to change your password or your email. This isn't like actual game settings, so I'm going to go back. Okay, so then the other thing is messages. I don't think I have any messages, but why not? Uh-oh, it seems like you don't have any messages to view. Oh, did it log me out? No, it didn't. Oh, it's just telling me to get into the game and then I might have some messages. One thing to note about this game, though, while registering, so it does seem like this is a game that only allows people that are 13 and older to play. So just throwing that out there for anybody that is wanting to play this game, or parents that might think this might be a good game for kids. Probably be a little weary of that, with the idea that if this is asking for people that are 13 years of age or older to play, probably not going to be acceptable for kids necessarily. At least not without supervision and monitoring, I'll say. Yeah, there are rules for messaging, which I know what they are. Don't be a jerk and everything like that. Be nice. Don't put swear words. Claim pins. This is one thing I do remember actually from the original VMK, was that the main thing you were collecting was pins. Like as if you were at the Disney park and you were trying to get all the pins. MyVMK awards free virtual pins to people who have seen some of the latest Disney movies in theaters. All you have to do is to qualify is take a picture after you've seen one of the eligible movies, select the movie in the drop-down box below, and then select the picture in the upload box below. Once you hit submit, it will be forwarded to our moderators for verification, and if it all looks good, you'll have your own pin in your inventory shortly. Please note how long this takes is based on our moderators' load at the time. We are just a team of volunteers. So yeah, I actually do like this. I'm actually, obviously, these movies, a lot of them I didn't see in theaters. I don't think I've seen any of these in theaters. Like, obviously, I've seen Maleficent. I've seen Frozen 2. I've seen Onward. I've seen Cruella, Luca, Soul, Encanto. I think that's it. And I really love this idea. However, it's just gotten really expensive to go to the movies, and on top of that, I feel bad, but like with Disney Plus, it doesn't exactly make sense for me to go to the movies when I'm like, why would I go to the movie theater and pay like anywhere between like 12 and $40-$50 if it's like a theater that does, like, it's like a dinner theater in a sense. I have one of those actually in my area. That's actually the one I choose to go to because I'm a sucker for food. I guess now because I'm older, I don't get the opportunity to go out to the movies as much though, because it has gotten expensive. As well as the fact of, I can't lie, there's just not a lot of good movies nowadays. And again, like I said prior, was that with the addition of Disney Plus, it's like, why would I go to the movie theater, be with a bunch of people that might ruin the experience for me, and pay all that money when I'm already paying for Disney Plus? I can watch it at home. If someone's disrupting my time with the movie, I can pause the movie, wait for them to figure their crap out, and then start it again, or just watch in the privacy of my own room, basically. So I do like this little incentive, but I don't foresee myself using it very often. especially for the fact that many of those movies are no longer showing in any of the theaters near me. All right, so let's get into the actual game itself. Enter VMK. Okay, I'm going to play it in like the intended format just because of the fact of I don't it I tried to expand it and it was very stretched. I don't want that. I'm going to play it in the intended format, which I believe this is actually the original resolution of the window when I was a kid too. So that's kind of funny. So my character's name is going to be Air Kitty. I'm really going to hope that wasn't taken because I've been on a couple platforms now and that name has been taken. I'm like, who the frick is stealing my name? That's my name. You can't have it. Let's see. Is this the rando hat? They have their item names. Oh, okay. So let's see. My hair is a darker brown. It's probably more like this. Yeah, it looks right. I'm sorry, is that the... Some of these hairstyles... What the heck? I do love a lot of these hairstyles. I actually kind of want to go through them a little bit more. Like, some of these are the original hairs. Like, these ones I know are the originals, because this was... I think it was, like, mid to late 2000s. And, you know, you got your, like, your skater boy hair and stuff like that. Some of these hairs aren't showing up for me, which kind of sucks. A lot of these hairs aren't showing up for me. Why? Do I have to earn these hairs? Let me go back the other way. They do have a lot of hairstyles. And I do remember that in the original game too, that there was a lot of different hairstyles. And I vaguely remember which ones were the originals and which ones are new. Like they were added in afterwards. I will say though, some of the hairstyles are not showing up though, which kind of sucks because some of them like look really cute, and especially like the ones like the braided ones, they're not showing up for me. I don't know if anybody else is having that problem right now or if the team is aware of it. But that is something I am running into. I don't know if it's like a loading issue and that's why that this is happening. But kind of sucks that I can't enjoy some of them. Thankfully though, the hairstyle I do want is available. I'm just gonna kind of go with this like nice straight look because that seems pretty close to my own hairstyle. Apparently only one of the buttons, the turn buttons, also works. And I remember the faces were also very different. You could choose like a different face. As well as a skin tone. You didn't have to like just pick like just normal skin tones. You could pick like darker skin tones too. So mine's kind of more like an olivey color. I remember it's pale, but olivey. I do actually have a kind of, not a chubby face, but I got a rounder face. Is that a mustachioed? I can be a mustachioed lady if I want to. I can also look sickly. Which, I mean, I do have bags under my eyes, like the dark circles and everything. but I don't typically look sickly. I think it's supposed to go for like a drooped look, but I don't have that like droopy-eyed kind of look. And I remember that from the original game, and it always looked very sickly. Kind of very bushy eyebrows. Very angry. It's also the glasses and everything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this more wide-eyed look. I'm probably gonna go with the somewhat chubby face, because my face is somewhat chubby. Now the clothing. Well, doggone it. I've got an orange arm and nothing to cover my bare chest with. Can I put on a tank top or something? Also, why is... Okay, it's just the shadowing, I guess, but it's like, it's really weird. Why is my hand orange? Great. So, it looks like I'm stuck with this outfit for right now. So, this is fantastic. My name cannot contain spaces. I also cannot go through my name. So this is another thing I remember, was the rooms and everything, and there were starter rooms. So I now get to pick a room for a starter and a starter pack. I don't know if the starter packs change the rooms or anything like that. I remember having the Mad Hatter Tea Party room when I was a kid. I'm debating about going back that route, or maybe going with the Maleficent's Evil Fortress. Let's see, the starter pack includes some girl clothing, such as pink baseball cap, baby doll dresses, jackets and sweaters, t-shirts, crop tops, and tanks, jeans, skirts, and shorts, shoes and sandals, pins, and basic furnishings. This is some boy clothing, pirate hat, button-up shirts, plaid shirts, various tank tops, various t-shirt styles, pins, and basic furnishings. Some neutral clothing, such as Sorcerer Mickey hat, various tops, pants, jeans, shoes, pins, and basic furnishings. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go with the girl one, only because it sounds like there's a lot more in it. But on top of that, I think the shirts that I actually wanted are in this. On top of that, I love baby doll dresses, actually. I don't wear them very often. They don't always work great with my body type, but I do love the style of them. As well as the fact of I want a pair of jeans to put on my character, because these green cargo shorts are not doing it for me. Let's see. I think I'm actually going to stick with the Mad Hatter Tea Party room. You can get more rooms later on, different styles and everything, so that's always good. Okay, so here's my mail. Rewards. Welcome to VMK. We hope you have a good time exploring the kingdom. We put a lot of work into recreating and running MyVMK for you. Be sure to follow our rules and check out our host events. Here's a tip. Most players will be in Fantasyland Courtyard, the Pirates of the Caribbean game lobby, or in guest rooms. Check the map to go to these places. Anything else? Nope. Nope, that's it. You have 0 friends. Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, I remember this. The walking cycle is pretty much still the same. I thought at some point you could click on these banners and it would take you to some places. I remember the Safari Quest. I remember, yeah, this Fantasyland thing. So let's explore a little bit. So now entering town square. There is one other player, Cool Beans. I'm actually thinking to myself, I'm like, I want to actually change. Oh, I can change my eye color? Thank God. Ooh, I like the locket. We can have pets? That's cool. Also, pronouns. I can't set my pronouns? Changing my status as well. Veteran player from back in the day rediscovering VMK. Apply. Perfect. Okay, so let me go over some of the UI stuff because I'm realizing I'm kind of skipping over that. Actually, let me go back. I want to go back to the other place. Yeah, let me go back to here where there's not a lot of, there's no people and there's not like the loud Emporium music. Okay, so we've got the information. VMK Esplende? What? The crossroads to future virtual Disney parks. Learn about the park-wide quests you can play at Disneyland and the Magic Kingdom. Discover the ultimate quest prize, the VMK Insider Tour. Okay, I'm not sure if that's... I thought typically it would have like a information thing about the game itself. This is the map. Yes, which I remember. This is the map for Magic Kingdom, or VMK in general. Looks like we have some other ones. Yeah, there was Adventureland, Frontierland. I don't remember Fantasyland, actually. I vaguely remember Fantasyland. There were some things I remember about Fantasyland. Tomorrowland I remember vaguely. Main Street I remember. New Orleans Square I do not remember. Animal Kingdom I think is new. DCA? And then the World Showcase, so Epcot. Okay, so this is all based off of like the park itself. And I do remember that. I remember it being based off of not Disneyland, but Disney World. So let's see. I got some furniture. I got Lumiere. You know what? I am happy. I am so extremely happy. Let's see. So we have credits. So you earn more credits by playing the VMK games. I remember some of them, not all of them, and I don't know if they've added more. I kind of hope they did. And exploring the kingdom. The more credits you earn, the more you get to spend on furnishings, clothing, pins, posters, and extra rooms. The extra rooms part I do remember. I think I mentioned that prior. Make sure you visit the VMK shops to collect the shopping catalog pages. Cool. What is redeem codes? Enter your code here to retrieve your items. There is one area of this game where I'm actually wondering, because there was a way that you could earn a pin from back in the day. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but when we get to it, I will explain more on it. But so, we have 250 in-game credits. We have a bunch of the furniture items. We have some pins. I kind of want to see... Some magic pins can be combined into more powerful pins. Ooh, badges. What are badges? Okay, wait, actually, I saw the help icon. There's nothing for the help icon. Okay, so I have some pins. Here are some clothing items, posters, and I can search the items. Okay, so the chair icon seems to be like just my entire inventory of everything. Messages. I don't have any messages still. Shop. So it looks like I can shop for items just from my one area. I think, again, I think I remember this, but I don't remember exactly. So like if I pull something up, this like 1+ is kind of in the way, but so it shows the credits down at the bottom. And it is sorted out by gender. So like that was girls' tops, bottoms for girls, shoes for girls, tops for boys, bottoms for boys, shoes for boys, and then these are the neutrals. I do remember this being very, very extensive with its customization, which is great. The posters. 40, 40. I do remember there being a little bit of like... I do love the Lady and the Tramp one. I'm gonna wait on it, but... I'm just so... like... just flabbergasted with what to say exactly, because like... I love this game so much growing up, and there's just so much to it. There's so much to explore. Q. There are no quests available at the time. Dang. So the reactions. I can dance. Stop dancing. Wave. Can? Why does my head spin? Am I possessed? I don't like can. What about tap dancing? I wish it would do like the clicking in a sense. Like the actual tap dancers. But yeah, it seems like they've added a little bit more with the reactions. Obviously, this is where you can say stuff, so just typing things in. I'm just guessed right now. I'm going to assume that my name is under review, and that's why it's a lot like the original Toontown, where like if you type in a name that wasn't a suggested name or something like that, or out of like the drop-down list, they have to review it to ensure that it doesn't contain any bad words. Oh, the magic stuff. I do remember the magic stuff. I remember that there were pins that had like magic effects that you could... They were just effects. They didn't do anything, I believe, but it was still really cool. I can take a photo. I have no film though. Change my character here. Here are my settings. Ooh, yes, I want to change it to this ratio. There we go. Okay, change around my settings, as well as finally put it into 16:9 ratio. And then the help. All the help things, and I can call for help. I'm not going to call for help, though, because I don't need it. Okay. So, let us explore. I'm just going to explore VMK on foot first, and then when we need to go back to some of the other parks, then we can do that. So, obviously, we can check other people's stuff. Is there anybody in the Emporium? No. I sense dancing princesses and pillaging pirates near. I remember the shop so much. Oh! Oh yeah, that's right, the teacups acted as portals. How does one look at imported items? Can I go? What is up here? Am I in it? Am I in somebody's... Where am I? That's what I want to know. Where am I? I think I'm in Fantasyland? Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in somebody's house. So if I go back here... Oh my goodness. I don't think that's another player, but I'm wondering if I can get up there anyways. It doesn't say that that's another player. I can get up here. So this is like the Neverland looking place. And I remember there just being a bunch of rooms, basically. But I'm like, I want to see what else is out here. Same guy. None of these are players. I believe, though it is kind of funny because I think I remember like something with this that like sure knows some secrets. She's a psychic, you know. Listen to what she says. Do I look good in this coat? You have received 50 credits. Oh yeah, and I remember that talking to the people, talking to the characters, you get credit for that, and it was a daily thing that you could do. But I think I remember also, like, back in the day, the players could actually ride this, and you could see them going through the area. I think I can go up and stand next to the Matterhorn, or the Yeti. Yeah, right here. Mind if I turn the AC up? It's a tad warm in here for me. I also remember, like, you were able to, like, take the snowballs and, like, do something with it. There's a lot of, like, little hidden secrets in this game. I want to go behind the... Yes! Doesn't seem like there's anybody here as well. I don't know if it's just... I don't know if they have, like, different servers, like, in Toontown Central. I don't remember there being, like, different servers. Okay, but thankfully there's a little bit of... It's a little bit of consistency. But so yeah, the Matterhorn area, this area, it is kind of funny because there was, at one point when they were introducing this area back in the day, they had a little downloadable game thing that you could do. You logged in using your VMK login, and you basically like solved the mystery of the Yeti and everything like that. And after you were done, you got a pin for it, and you could play it as many times as you wanted, which honestly was pretty awesome. You could just rack up pins for it. Okay, so now I'm back in Storybrooke. I don't like this music box sound. It sounds very much like... It sounds very much like the music box sound from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 or 3. The one with the marionette. And I'm just like, I have seconds before I'm dead, don't I? Cool, so we've got some stuff here. I do love all these, like, little... Like, all these little scenes. I will say the one thing that kind of was a takeaway from VMK was the fact of you couldn't really do anything. Like, in the environments, like, a lot of them were just kind of useless, like, chat room areas. Oh, okay, I can't get up here. Can I go anywhere else? Can I leave? Okay, so there's actual players here. Okay, so like I just want to show off like some of these. Like obviously you can add friends, you can trade with them. I can report them or ignore them, which is kind of great. I wish I'd had that when I was younger. But you can see all their pins and everything that they have. This one seems to be kind of like a villain like lover. Here from day one, so it looks like that they were here when the game started. Born in Park. So it looks like you got kind of like little achievements and stuff. Somebody else is here. Oh, that's where I am. I was like, where am I? I thought at first I was maybe merged with, Magenta over here. Magentia. I can't exit. Capture code. To continue, please type the number into the box below and click OK. Is this a game? Or PPR? Entrance? What? What? Oh, it's like a little recreation of, the Neverland Ride. Oh my god, that's so cute! Please tell me I get a pin for this. I actually did ride this the last time I was at Disney World, and this is actually exactly what it looks like. Well, except for the fact that you get to have 2 people in the ride with you. I think that might be an open seat maybe next to me, but I think it might have only just... I think this game is only like, no, you only get 1 person in the ride with you. This is really super cute, though. Can I actually get out? No, I can't get out. Okay. They did actually account for that. I don't know if the music is going to be copyrighted. I probably, just in case, I might mute the music on the ride, but just know that it is some of the music from the movie, or at least sounds like. Obviously, I'm like, I really just don't want to get in trouble with Daddy Disney. Because Daddy Disney is kind of merciless. I love my little character. Yay! Cool. I did that. Oh, congratulations. Whilst riding the ride, you came across a sword in the stone single-use pin. Use this in Fantasyland Courtyard near the stone for a chance to pull the sword from the stone and win a fantastic prize. Oh, cool. Okay, so I have to be near the stone. Okay, so let me... Pins? Expires 6 days from now. If I wear this... And then, where was the pins? Where did it tell me about my... How do I even use my pins is actually the better question. Can I... Unknown item. Okay, collecting and wearing Disney pins. To collect pins, visit the shop in each land to see what it has to offer. You can buy designer pins with your in-game credits. New pins get released every month. And you'll be rewarded with exclusive pins for finding Disney characters like the Yeti and Shrunken Ned, winning the multiplayer games, or trading with hosts in special pin trading events. You can manage your pins by viewing your stuff. Click the chair icon on the bottom. Pins that are already in your profile are listed in the pins worn section. Select one of these pins and click take off to remove it from your profile. You can wear a maximum of 15 pins at a time. You can also drag and drop pins directly from your inventory window onto your lanyard to wear them. What are badges? There are many types of badges in VMK, but these are the 3 you will see most often. I learned a lot, but I still have no idea how to actually use my pin. Like, I'm on the pin. I'm wearing it. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Can I go back and look at my messages so I can actually see this? Congratulations, while riding the ride, you came across a sword and stone single-use pin. Use this in Fantasyland Courtyard near the stone for a chance to pull the sword from the stone and win a fantastic prize. I am in Fantasyland Courtyard, right? Yeah, Fantasyland Courtyard. Take a ride with Alice on the Alice in Wonderland ride, or fly with Peter Pan on Peter Pan's flight. It costs a few credits to ride. Oh. You might get a special pin to try your luck at the sword and the stone. How much did my credits go down? I just realized. It didn't cost me anything. Okay, but like, how do I use my pin? Okay. I think I got it. So I have to put it into my magic, and then I'm guessing I use it. Okay, there we go. We got something. Heavily as a cloud of ash rains upon them. So I'm going to assume that that was a no. I did not get that. Okay. Can I ride the Alice in Wonderland ride, or is that still like a no? No, I can't do that. Okay, well, I came from here. I haven't gone down here or here, but I'm just gonna kind of go around. This can get really confusing. I wish there was kind of like a better way to adjust this map a little bit. So you kind of knew where exactly you were going. I mean, maybe the VMK map is a little bit more precise and I'm just not realizing it. Is it Main Street? Well, I was here. I'm back up here now. Wait, Main Street Magic Shop Checkers? Wait, I want checkers. Where does one go for checkers? It's the magic shop. I want to play checkers. Maybe I can't play checkers because there's nobody else here. Nope. What are some of the high scores? Watch. So, obviously people have played this. Oh good, I can watch YouTube videos of people playing Toontown. I wanna sit in the... Take my photo. What the heck? Can I go to Main Street, please? Penny Arcade? I want to actually play some games. Oh, sit to play. I want to sit. Sit. Wait, no, wait, sit here. Sit here. How to play would be great. To play Sketchy, at least 3 people must sit in chairs in front of the screen in Penny Arcade. Multiple games can be played across different instances, so if the chairs are full already, don't worry, just head to another instance. To start the game, the lobby leader, the first person to sit, has to press the big start button. After the game is started, every player will get a turn to draw. The order you draw in is decided by the order you sit in your chairs, so the lobby leader always goes first, then the person who joined after, etc. When your turn begins, you will be given a choice of 3 cards of varying difficulty. You must choose one and attempt to draw it. You are not allowed to draw words to give away. Okay, so it's basically a game of charades. Dang it. Well, was one person. They are gone now. Okay, so I remember the music game. I do remember the music game. I don't think anybody is gonna be in here for me to do it, but I'm still gonna try. Oh god, I remember this. I am not very musically inclined, so, okay, I got my song. And I know that you earn money when you play your song, so I guess this is where we get to play it now. Yeah, Club Beats. It's not the best. That was not part of it, actually. Some of this isn't matching up. I earned 10 credits for playing my song. I remember very vividly that for some reason, like, the sound didn't work with this game for some reason when I was a kid. I think other people might have had that same problem. And so, like, I never knew what song I was actually playing. I was just putting crap in and just going with it, basically. Let's see. So I remember the Emporium being... Okay, Esmeralda. I see Saturday as a special day for you. Search rooms of round glass to see if I speak the truth. Cool. So, I do remember now that this was also a room of portals. So the teacup goes to Fantasyland, the spaceship goes to Tomorrowland, the train goes to Frontierland, and the boat goes to the jungle one. It's not Animal Kingdom. Adventureland, my bad, Adventureland. So we went to Fantasyland, I'm pretty sure. Yes. I'm just gonna go straight through to other things, like to Adventureland and stuff like that, because I will say again, there's not a lot going on here. These scenes are great, but I don't really want to go through every single one of them. Shrunken Head Ned. Be sure to check out our wonderful deals. That's great, but I can't actually look at any... I mean, I'm hoping I can actually look at your cash register here, but I don't think I can. Sorry to hear that, Ned. I don't think there's gonna be anybody in the Pirates of the Caribbean game. I'm gonna check. I'm pretty sure you need multiple people for this, though. There is Airy. I don't remember how to play this necessarily. Ship will sail in the direction. I don't think there's enough people to play, actually. Yeah, I don't think there's enough people to play, so I'm leaving. Pirates of the Caribbean was not actually one of my favorite games to play. Jungle Cruise I might be able to do. Maybe. Wait, click here to play. Jungle Cruise I remember just being... Yeah.
Roll up, roll up. The world-famous Jungle Cruise leaves momentarily.
So I have to take pictures of animals, I'm pretty sure, as well as control my boat to get things like film and gas. This one, again, I wasn't too great at.
Excellent job, what? Nice shot, old chap. All right. How about some headshots? Excellent job, what? Excellent
Oh my
job,
gosh,
what?
there's so many.
All right. Nice shot, old chap. Jolly good show. Keep up the good work. You're a natural, old boy. Oh, bag that one. Excellent photography. All right. Excellent job, what? All right. Jolly good show. Keep up the good work. Excellent photography. Oh, bag that one. Excellent photography. Oh, bag that one.
If it wasn't obvious, multitasking is not my strong suit.
You're a natural, old boy. Excellent photography. Nice shot, old chap. Nice shot, old chap. Nice shot, old chap. What? Nice shot, old chap. Excellent job. What? How about some headshots? Excellent photography. Oh, bag that one. You're a natural, old boy. Excellent photography. Oh, my head will roll for this one.
I think I hit a rock on accident.
Natural, old boy. Jolly good show. Keep up the good work.
And I'm back. Does anything even show up on this one? Do I keep going until I run out of gas, or am I, like, done?
Watch out for the hippos.
I didn't hit a hippo, I hit a freaking rock! I think I just keep going.
Excellent photography.
I don't remember when it ends, necessarily. That's the fun part about this.
Shot, old chap. Natural, old boy. You're a natural, old boy. Excellent photography.
Can I?
How about some headshots?
I didn't realize I could go backwards.
Oh, bag that one.
Can I? Just gonna... Yep, there we go. Whee! I didn't know I could go backwards in my boat. I actually think I just keep going until I either run out of film or gas. So I'm actually very tempted to figure out how long I can last with this. Losing it.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, this is very much a multitasking game, which I wasn't too fond of back in the day. I remember that. Yeah, I'm done. Oh my god. Started filling up my chat with D's and A's. Minigame Keys. Progress. Thank you for playing Jungle Cruise. You have been rewarded 691 credits. Nice. Be sure to come and play again soon. Here's your progress earning your minigame keys. Keys can be used in the Pirates Treasure Room. Just walk to the very left of the Pirates game lobby. Congratulations, you won an unknown item. I won a bunch of unknown items. Let's see. Nice job, you earned... Okay, so like if I go back to the pirate treehouse. So if I go to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride and then take a left. Cool, where do I use it? Is it considered a pin? Oh, it is considered a pin. You must stand close to the chest to open it. With this chest? There's like 3 of them in here, so I don't know which one you're talking about. Which chest? This? Actually, let me try this chest. Which chest? You didn't tell me which one! Not that one. Actually, is it the same chest or is it a different chest every time? Okay, so it's a different one. I'm going to assume it's probably the colors of the chests. I didn't earn anything. No. Dang. Okay. What is advanced mode? Oh well. So yeah. I think actually with the Jungle Cruise, when you go around, you actually go around these, like, 6 different locations. So we could have actually seen people playing it if we were in these other locations and if there were other people. But, there was not. Frontierland, is there anything in Frontierland? Horseshoe Merchant Shop? Can I actually shop for anything? No. Castle Fireworks Remixed. Okay. I'm purely going for the games now because I'm like, okay, we've walked around the park a little bit. We've seen some of the rooms. There's nothing in them, again. Waiting for one more player. Start the game. Compete against up to 100 other players to create the most explosive pyrotechnic show. The countdown to the competition will start when the first guest clicks play, and the show will begin in 45 seconds if at least 10 players have joined. Your goal is to explode a spectacular barrage of fireworks. So that's another, like, multiplayer game, which we don't really have a lot of people for, so going to the next one. Space Mountain Quest deck? Quest track? So wait, are there quest places? Are there places where I can get quests? Probably not, but I'm still gonna check it out. I think there's a place where I can... Ooh! Adventure through Inner Space Quest?
Engines beginning throttling down now.
All successful players will receive the Spacesuit Blue Magic Pin, which will allow them access to the Inner Space Shrinking Machine and more. Only available in Space Mountain Quest dock. You will need the Autotopia driver's license, deep sea diving, and an Autotopia driving magic pin to compete. Okay. Nope, can't do this quest. Previous quest, next quest. Nope. Cancel. Okay, so it seems like there are areas that give quests. And I need to be in those specific areas. So I can't do the Space Mountain Quest deck. Quest track, though, because it did say I need a driver's license. All successful players will win the Autotopia Racing Blue Magic Pin, allowing them access to the Autotopia Quest Track, Autotopia Space Race, and the Autotopia Off-Road Mars rooms located in Tomorrowland. Players who... Yes, I want to play a quest. The task hint. A trip around the kingdom, starting with some ships in the sea. The shipwreck graveyard is the first place to be. Okay, so I think I have to go around... Okay, cool, and this is an easy one. It has 12 steps, but it's an easy one. There's no time limit. Perfect. Okay, so it looks like I have to go around and find things. So, shipwreck graveyard. So that's probably going to be like an Adventureland. And probably somewhere near here. I truly don't remember actually where some of these things are. So I'm kind of just taking my best guess. Okay, nothing here, and that was the treasure room to the left, so I don't think that's it. It might be the treehouse, maybe? Hello, person. I dropped my sword. Well, that sucks. Okay, I don't see anything that looks like... Collect treasure to try spells? Wait a minute. Collect treasure to find spells. Kellogg's? What? I want... It opened something. It opened another window. I clicked on... I clicked on the cereal and it opened up another window. It's a flash thing, and thankfully I do have Ruffle installed in my browser. So I guess we have something else that we can do. Conquer the sea. Guide your ship to Pirate's Cove and you win. Play again to improve your score. Pick up gold coins along the way to collect points. Use your mouse to guide your ship. I wasn't done reading that. Avoid hitting the obstacles in the water. If you hit 3 obstacles, you will sink the ship and you'll be game over map. Instructions. Play. Oh, frick. Okay, so it just kind of goes off of my mouse, and it's very sensitive. So just don't hit crap. I want to try that again. Let me do it. Let me do it. It's a cute little flash game. But I'm like, I need to make it to the end at least once so I can see what exactly happens. Oh, frick. No! No! Okay, I don't think it's gonna work. So, maybe not here, I guess. Where am I exactly? So this is the stuff that I actually wanted to play the game for, with like the quests and everything. Because I'm like, I remember there being quests. I just didn't remember where exactly. I'm trying to think of where else there could have been like a shipwreck. I don't know. I can't find it actually, so I'm actually going to see if I can try another one. There are no available quests at this moment. There was one thing that we did see about the Pixar Pier, so I'm going to try and go to that. Because it said that we could do the fishing. Do I have that many credits? What exactly am I buying? I think I've spent pretty much most of my, Where? Okay. Yeah, I think I've spent most of my credits now just on this one stupid thing. This is quite boring, to be honest. Yeah, I'm reeling it in. We're done. I also did figure out, at least for myself, because I was wondering about it, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm wondering if... I'm wondering if it was the fact of, like, I just had to, like, look at the shop. Like, I just had to be there for the shop to get the page. And I was like, I'm realizing now I got it. Is there a quest here? No. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so complete the quests in each pavilion to collect stamps on your world passport. Okay, I have not seen the World Showcase area at all. Holy frick. That is loud. Okay, so they said that there's a quest here in each one of the pavilions. Nothing in the quest description. Play this quest. I don't know how to read Spanish. So I'm going to assume this means welcome to the Mexico Pavilion. We are so excited to have you visit this marvelous country. The only way to be properly introduced to this pavilion is to learn more about the culture and some fun facts about Mexico. Are you ready? Thumbs up. I'm gonna guess that means do the reaction. Did I do it? I did it. Congratulations, what a mood changer you are. Task 1 solved. First things first, what is the primary language spoken in Mexico? Spanish. Congratulations, that's exactly what the author wanted to hear. And it's solved task 2. Very good. Now, which ceremonial city in Mexico is among the 7th wonder of the world? Pretty sure the Taj Mahal is not in Mexico. Pretty sure. Temple of Artemis. Artemis is a Greek god, so not that one. I'm gonna guess this one. You didn't give the right answer for task 3. Please try again. Good luck. Oh, I gotta do the quest over again. Chichen Itza. Congratulations, you found the correct answer. What is the name of the people who lived in Chichen... The name of the people? What is the... I don't freaking know that one. I'm guessing they mean, like, the tribe, the name of the tribe of the people that live there. And I'm trying to think, so I'm like, I don't know all of the different tribes that were in Mexico. I'm going to assume that they are probably... I don't know, Inca? Was the Incas? Probably not. No. I don't know, I actually have to look it up. Okay, the Mayans. I was like... Or I guess according to the AI, Maya. Yeah, Maya. Or the Itza. Mayans? Okay, that was the answer they were looking for. I was like, yeah, I knew it had to be something like either like the Mayans or the Incas, like the Inca people or something like that. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure those are the 2 main groups that were in Mexico at the time. I don't, again, I'm not very good on Spanish culture or history or something like that, but those are the two main groups that are brought up for America, at least. In Mexico's culture, sports are taken very seriously. What is their most popular sport? I'm pretty sure, like the rest of the world, it's football, but like European football, not American football, which I'm gonna guess is soccer, so I'm gonna say soccer. Okay. Speaking of sports, it may not be the most popular, but the sport was invented in Mexico. What was it? Croquet, bull riding, diving, or golf? I want to say probably croquet. That sounds right. No. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, thankfully they didn't send me all the way back. Is this... Mayans. Soccer. It wasn't bull riding. Well, maybe it might have been bull riding. Oh, it was bull riding. I was thinking of, like, I don't remember the sport's name. But that's in Italy. The thing that I'm thinking about is in Italy. In Spain. Are you having fun learning about Mexico? I guess so. Let's learn some more. What currency do you use in Mexico? Pesos. Currently in the Mexico Pavilion in Walt Disney World, what is the name of the movie presented? Oh, I don't know that. I don't know that, actually. Gran Fiesta Tour? Is it Coco? So they were talking about the most recent. And most recently, as of September 2024, it's now Coco. Beforehand, it was Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros. I kind of know this one. Muy bien. Very good. One final question regarding the pavilion. Who stars in the ride inside of the temple? Was Donald. You've done very well learning more about Mexico in this pavilion. Muchas gracias for joining us. Now let's dance to celebrate. Okay. Dancing. Stop dancing. Completed it. You successfully completed the quest. You received the first prize, which is product and 0 credits. How would you rate this quest? And it was alright, I guess. I can't really credit it, so yeah. So I got my stamp, which is where? Where is my stamp? So I could play it again if I wanted to. But I really don't want to. I don't know where my stamp is, though. So, I think the last thing I'm gonna do is... We still gotta go to... We still gotta go to... the rooms. Like, my room. Gotta check out all my furniture and everything. So here's my furnishings. Place it. Right there in the middle is good. gonna place this right here. Can I... How do I rotate an item? Oh. I have to place it down and then rotate it. I want to sit in this chair. There we go. So, this is all I'm gonna do for this instance of VMK. I don't know if technically this instance of VMK has more people, typically, and I just kind of came on a slow day. But I am logging in on Saturday afternoon, which is when I would imagine that most people would be on. And there's really not a lot of people. I don't know. They were talking about the different instances, like switch to a different instance, which I'm going to guess means like switch to a different server. I don't know how to do that. They didn't explain how to do that. So I guess now is the time for like my thoughts, basically. And I can't lie. I'm going to start with the negatives because I can't lie. There was a lot that I noticed. So quite a few of the negatives are the controls are very strange. It doesn't feel like they match up with everything. The game still feels very beta, honestly. When I was trying to make my character, some of the clothes didn't show up that were there. Same thing with the hairstyles. There were a lot of items that were available, but just didn't show up. On top of that, when I was looking at the characters and the items and stuff like that, they all had product or object names, something like that. Stuff that you would see in the code, not user facing. As a programmer, that's bad. You're not supposed to do that. That's not supposed to happen. Again, I don't know if this is something that I'm necessarily seeing. Like, if it's just me, but it might be other people. The other thing I noticed as well was the fact of, so when they had items like the keys and the sword stuff that you got from the rides and everything, they never explained actually how to use them. Some of the instructions for how to use things in the game, as well as how to navigate around the game, is not very intuitive. And I think it requires a little bit more instructions from the developers to tell new users how to use it. Even in the help area, it was hard to figure out. I think I still had to go onto Google and ask and been like, how do I use these pins? So, not something you want to have users constantly doing for things. It's fine to look at a wiki to see how to get like certain quests or how to get certain items, something like that. But when it's basic functioning, you want to be able to make sure that you're explaining it well enough that they can just easily figure it out, like right there in the engine or in the game. I think that was pretty much most of my complaints. I will say some of the quest stuff. I wish the quest stuff would have been explained a little bit. Well, not explained, but like I wish it would have been easier to find the quests. I love the idea of the quests. I remember that from the game, and I love the quests themselves. But yeah, I also kind of wish that there was more single-player games, because obviously, as I saw when I was walking around the entire thing, there's a lot more multiplayer games than there are single-player games. So it'd be nice to either have like the multiplayer games have an instance of single-player games, so in case a player does want to play that game, but just doesn't have enough people to play it, there's a single player option for it, or add more single player games into the game itself. So those are all the negatives of the games, or the negatives about this game. The positive thing is that I really love that they have kept a lot of the functionality of the old game. a lot of the old locations, a lot of the old games itself. They have updated some of the games, it seems like, so that's even better. The Jungle Cruise game, for me at least, runs a lot smoother. That's probably because of the fact of obviously this has been optimized for newer computers. Back in the day, I remember this just chugging. I remember this game just chugging along at like 10 frames a second. So it was very hard for me to play Jungle Cruise. So I do have a much better experience with a lot of the games that I was able to play. So I love that the game has been optimized for newer computers. I do love the addition of all of the cosmetic items as well, just for the fact of there's a lot more diversity. And, you know, a lot of the clothing back in the day was very basic. And if you wanted more of the elaborate clothing or something like that, or more of the elaborate items, you had to either buy it or basically be like in the VIP status, which kind of sucked. But like even the furniture items, I love the furniture items. I love that they kept a lot of the functionality for, you know, being able to make your own rooms and, you know, have the, you know, that old functionality of making the rooms, making your character and stuff like that. I really do love it. An overall rating for me right now, it's kind of one of those things like where especially there's not a lot of people on right now and where it hasn't really gotten the popularity of like stuff like Toontown Rewritten, we'll say. Another online game for Disney. I don't foresee myself coming back to this necessarily. This one hasn't really captured my attention. It's a little lackluster for me. But obviously, if you guys have fond memories of this, let me know in the comments down below. Obviously, I will leave a link to the site as well if you want to go ahead and register and play this for yourself. Obviously, I'm not bashing anybody who likes the game, because obviously at one point I really did like this game. I'm just older and wiser now, and my tastes have changed. But yeah. So I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.